Of course, you can set an oven with SD Touch manually. The only difference is that it's much easier than usual. Start by pressing Manual Baking. You are now in the menu for manual baking. Whenever you feel like returning to the Start menu, just press the Sveba-Dahlen logo on the top. First, you need to set the temperature. In order to do so, use the yellow plus and minus symbols. As you can see, the yellow temperature display is changing. This is the oven's preferred set point. Above this, you find a red temperature display. This is the actual temperature of the oven. For greater changes in temperature, press the yellow temperature display. A keypad is shown and you can now set your preferred temperature with ease. When finished, press OK. After a brief period of time, the oven will have heated to your preferred temperature. The two displays will now show the same temperature. It is now time to set the baking time. Also, this is a walk in the park. You can either use plus or minus, or the keypad followed by OK. Sometimes you want to use steam when baking. The steam time is adjusted using the plus or minus symbols, or the keypad followed by OK. During baking, the steam symbol will remain lit during the set steam time, which will be counting down simultaneously 1 second at a time. When the oven door is open and the rack symbol is lit up, you can rotate the rack to the right or the left by pressing one of the two arrows on each side of it. You might want to try operating the damper as well. It is easily accomplished via the damper symbols, open damper or closed damper. During the whole process, you are constantly able to monitor an overview of your recipe via the graphs at the top. Here, you're able to follow a timeline showing the total baking time. The temperature set gives a colored graph which shows the temperature during the baking process. For each steam activity, a marker is shown on the steam graph. Every time the damper is opened, a damper symbol will flare up on the damper graph. Now you're ready to start baking. To do so, press Start. The baking time starts its countdown, and any steam used will be added. You can also see the steam time counting down. The Start field now switches to display Cancel, which means that you can cancel baking ahead of schedule if you wish. During the baking, you're able to extrapolate your baking program by adding steam through prolonged steam time. The damper can be opened and closed during baking, and the temperature may be adjusted. When the baking time has counted down to 0, the baking is finished and you will hear an audible signal. Press Baking Complete, followed by Finish Bake. You're now able to save your baking as a recipe by pressing R+. You can now see Press to Name. Press and a keypad will show. Using the keypad, you're able to name your recipe. Save it by pressing Save Recipe, followed by OK. Your baking is now saved, including all the adjustments made during the baking. A piece of cake.